I have a calling to serve God. I have a calling to be a minister of God. I have a calling to be a preacher of God, to be one of God's ministers, to preach the word of God through words and through actions. I've had this calling a long time ago, actually, many years ago, but I always felt maybe the time hadn't come, the time wasn't right. But now it's very strong, I feel the time has come. Yes, the time has come. God has blessed me in this life. By the grace of God, I've become one of the biggest, most celebrated actor in the continent of Africa. Also one of the most popular, in Africa, in Nigeria. God has taken me to, the very top, to a very high point in my career. But I'm starting to realize that God lifted me, as an actor to where I am, so that I can, become one of his ministers, so that I can use that fame, the fame and fortune, use the status, use the global reach that I have to preach the word of God. I think I've found my purpose in life, and my purpose is to be a minister of God, to make the world a better place, to make humanity a better place, to touch lives through actions, through words, to reach out to people, make people better, in any way I can, and to be a soldier of God. That's my calling, that's my calling, and I'm happy that I've come to terms with it. I had an accident. I had an accident sometime in 2019, and I heard that little voice that said to me, "It's over. If there's anything you want to do, sorry, you can't do it anymore. It's over." And then my system shut down. But after the car finished stumbling, it was as if life came back to my body, and I could tell that I was given a second chance. And as the days went by, I began to realize why I got that second chance. And the reason I got that second chance is to be a minister of God, to touch lives. The first part of my life, I have lived it. I've lived the first part of my life. I've made my mark. I started very early, so I made my mark very early. The whole world already knows that a guy named YUL EDOCHIE came here. So the remaining part of my life now will be dedicated to the Word of God, to be dedicated to preaching the gospel of God, preaching the Word of God, preaching the gospel, and reaching out to people to spread the good message of Jesus Christ.